We are live here in Maui, Hawaii for the CSBA's matchup in prime time. We've got the third place game here. Kansas taking on Gonzaga. Should be a good one. I'm flying solo in the booth, so what's up, everybody? I hope everybody enjoys this one. And we are off and running as Gonzaga wins the tip. Both these teams sitting at 1-1 on the season. KU coming off a very tough loss against Michigan in the last round as crisscross for three. Bang. On the other side, Gonzaga, 8-point loss over to Kentucky. So both these teams looking to rebound here tonight. Cookie hands that off to Star. Star, top of the key, looks to try to create some separation. He's going to go up with the shot off the glass. One-hander, no good. Panda up with the rebound. And here comes Gonzaga the other way. Tornette toying with the idea. Actually didn't look to shoot there. Cross for three again. Nothing doing there. Cookie trying to work it around, work his way open here. Jackson a fool setting up down low. But get him the ball. A little fadeaway jumper in the lane. No good. Ace Lord there for the offensive rebound. And Gene Bernard. Okay, I see you, Gene Bernard, with the snatch block. Clip that. And then he's going to go coast to coast with the butter and toast and throw that sucker down. So good start here for the Zags as they lead 5-0. The defense smothering Cookie as Chris Cross comes away with the steal. He gets it out to Josh Tornette. Tornette eyes the situation. Crosses over to Bernard. And then Bernard contested two. Gets it to go. And Gonzaga with a hot start here. 7-0. So smartly and wisely, Kansas going to take a timeout here. They are not off to a good start here, and certainly they do not want to fall into a similar situation to what they did when they played Michigan. So slow start, but good timeout here and a wise one. See if they can't reset the offense here. Really working hard in a low post to try to set some screens. Nothing doing, and this is not a good possession out of the timeout as Cookie fires it up, can't get it to go, and Panda up with a rebound. So not a good start for Kansas here. Hasn't put a good shot yet up in the last 2.5 minutes here in the opening quarter. Tornette, Panda down low. Gonna try to play some bully ball and good. You know what? That's great defense by Ace Lord. Looked like Panda was backing him down. Probably was going to throw it down. And instead, Ace Lord forced him to take the fadeaway and did not do a good job. And a bad entry pass to the low post as Cookie was looking for Ford. Walker double team. Tries to go inside. Gets it somehow to Josh Tornette. And again, another timeout here as Kansas 0 for 4. Gonzaga 4 for 6 here in the opening. Just a shade, 3 minutes and 10 seconds here in the opening quarter. Hey, Kansas going to need to dig in here. Kansas certainly not playing up. A lot of talent on this Jayhawk team. Gonzaga obviously good as well. 7 on the shot clock here. Star going to get a screen. Goes for the alley-oop, and Panda comes away with a great defensive play. And Gene Bernard, easy pickings, and 11-0 run to start for Gonzaga. Lord going to try to set up down in low post, see if they can get their first points. Little baby skyhook, and Kansas is on the board. Ending almost what was a 4-minute A little over 4 minutes without a bucket. Or just at 4 minutes, rather. Drive in the lane is good. This Ranger Glass continues the Gonzaga offense here. Backdoor cut. And Panda with a huge block from behind on a fool. Glass again. And right now, Gonzaga clicking on all cylinders to open up this game on a 15-2 run. I just feel like this Kansas team, who was so good last season, is yet to find their rhythm this season. They're going to go down low to Ace Lord. And Lord, at the very last second, Thrash Panda comes over. And Bernard again, and oof. Kansas. They need to get the subs in here. Change it up. A lot of extended minutes right now. Lord. Can't get that one to go. 3 ball, no good. Bernard with the offensive rebound. And so 19-2. Lord setting up again. Why is Kansas not call timeout here and get some of these players in? I don't understand it. Extended minutes for everybody. Tordet for 3. Bang! And Kansas is just absolutely shell-shocked right now. Get a timeout, KU. Again, are they looking at Lord again? Bernard up in his grill. Lord. Oh, he gets fouled. And you know what? Could be the best thing that happened to Kansas is they'll get some subs in here now. Oh, and that is the way this first quarter has gone for Kansas. Is Lord not able to capitalize on the free throw. Second up and in, and I know my buddy Ace is not going to be happy with this start. But it be that way sometimes. Cohen for 3, bang! Sometimes seems just a struggle. Lord. Kicks it out to Richard, Micro Richard. Kansas is just not getting any open looks, and I'm not gonna lie, I've faced this Gonzaga team, and when they want to play defense, they sure know how to play defenses. Gene Bernard taking it to the house. And it's already a 24-point right now. And here's an opportunity again. Yamamoto going to get in on the scoring here. And it's a 29-3 first quarter. This could be right up there with the lowest scoring quarter of all time. I think 2 points might be it, but right now Kansas flirting with it. If it's not it. Lord kicks it outside. Micro Richard. Everything contested right now. 3 balls up, no good, and ball batted around of Voorhees. Defense has just been non-existent for KU. Maybe they can get some points here on the fast break. Richard leans in and gets a bucket. So 29-5 here. Inside, Voorhees getting in on the action, and the defense is just very Olay-like right now as there's a 3 up to end the quarter, no good. And after 1, it has been rough going for the Jayhawks, who definitely are better than this, but they're not showing it here in Gonzaga. Up 31-7. 31-5, rather, excuse me. See if Kansas can't rewrite the ship here. High screen comes. And again, Kendrick Lamar blows the layup. Walker, though, right there for the rebound, and he blows it. His absence is in his face. Cohen. Now to Cross. Kansas starting to tighten up their D a little bit here to start the second. Good job to get through the screen. 2 seconds on the shot clock, and ball tipped around and an offensive board for Gonzaga. Yikes. You're trailing by 30, this much. Can't let them get second chance opportunities. Luckily for Kansas, they dodge a bullet. Right, Richard. Now to Cookie. The offense is very slow, and the defense for Gonzaga right now really stepping it up. Step back, baseline jumper is good. Kansas just had pretty much everything contested right now. Rotations, I think, for both teams are a little wonky, as I think some of the guys were activated late in the quarter, so Richard almost lost the handle there. Gets a screen. Gets it to Cookie. Cross on him. And it's to Benedict. Benedict getting a screen from Walker. High. Good look for a three. Knocks it down finally. So 31-10. Kansas trying to fight back here. Gonzaga going to call a timeout. Rough first half indeed for Kansas, but Yamamoto hands it over to Cross. Cross steps back. Cookie going to get out on him. Good D's. He forces him baseline. And then Cookie gets called for the foul. Doesn't like the call, but Chris Cross going to make you want to jump. Jump the 6'7" senior to the line and shoot 67% from the free throw line on the season. Cross misses the free throw. Bradley Charles going to check back in. Still a lot of clock, a lot of game left here. As Cross hits the second. If you're Kansas, you want to try to get this down to like 12, 14 points at the half, I think. If you can do that, manage a much better second half, I think. But definitely can't let it sit where it's at. But if you're just joining us, the defense for Gonzaga in the early going was outstanding. Kansas could not create any separation at all in that first quarter rather. And the few opportunities they did get in the first quarter that were open looks, they were not able to knock down. But everything for the most part has been contested. Gonzaga has done a phenomenal job defensively, just being in the face of every single player. And there's an unlucky roll for... And counted in one as Cross fouls Richard. So that's actually Richard's first missed free throw this season. Was at this point shooting at 100%. Good defense by a fool. Finally, Kansas starting to wake up here. McNasty for three. Bang! 12-3 run in the last 2 minutes. So Kansas starting to, like I said, if they can get this to about 12 or 14 at the half, I think Kansas, knowing that they only scored, 5 points in that first quarter, certainly, certainly in the realm of striking distance to maybe make a run to come back in this game. Glass contested 2 and knocks it down. That's disheartening for Kansas because they played solid defense in that possession. Just Glass able to knock that one down. Now Shackton a fool. And if I was going to say, if there was a scouting report, I would have to say is Panda. Maybe that's not a bad thing if you're Kansas to start to work the ball down low and get the bigs for Gonzaga in foul trouble. And Shackton a fool does not hit his first, and that's his first missed free throw of the season. So, but keep chipping away, KU. You got the opportunity to get back in this game. Plenty of time. Tornette for 3. Bang! I don't know, I'm thinking, just wondering if maybe they have some jet lag. Charles for 3 in a corner. Micro Richards stomping mad as they call a offensive ball, loose ball foul on him. But when you're not getting stops on one end, you're not going to get a lot of easy buckets on the other. As there's an alley-oop. And just when you think Kansas has got their stuff together, Gonzaga comes down and scores 4 straight. High screen comes, drives inside, up off the glass. Shackton a fool. Kicks it out. Charles thought he was going to shoot that. Should have shot that. It was actually open. Now shot clock winding down, and Charles going to have to fire one up after Ranger Glass got a hand on it. Now Glass to Walker. Walker back to Glass. Panda going to set up down low. But I was going to say it earlier is the defense for Kansas has been kind of non-existent, and the bigs, Gonzaga's got some height. Right now, the defense for the Zags has looked phenomenal. Again, not a lot of movement for the KU offense, and fortunately, just even when they get a guy open, it's Gonzaga's there, and just like that, Tornette comes in for the INT at a pick 6. So 44-18, Kansas is going to take another timeout here. Jayhawks trying to find their game, and credit the Gonzaga Bulldogs defense in this one as they have just played lights out. And they've converted too. If they've gotten a turnover or just a missed shot, they've been able to get out in the break, and Cookie step back 2, no good, front rim. Bernard. Foul on the play by Lord. Gene Bernard is a walking bucket these days. It's the first. C-Web, if you're in the stream, I shot you a DM earlier about content stuff, so just a heads up. Not sure if you had a chance to see it. But 28-point lead. I think this is the biggest lead of the game. Actually, no, 35. No, that's not the biggest lead of the game. Bernard. Seth Starr to the free throw line. Rattles home his first free throw of the season. And even if Kansas comes away with the big loss in this game, there's a lot of talent on this team. And I know they're not playing that way right now, but they didn't lose many players from last year, so. And last year they had a decent team. So I would anticipate maybe some just adjustments. And Panda throws it away. Good defense causing the turnover. See if the Jayhawks can't figure things out here. Gets inside off the glass. Easy 2 there for KU. Cross thought about it. Now shoots the 2. That's good. (48-22). Step back 2. That's good. So back to 24. I was hoping that they were going to get it to 14, but good defense by KU. Shot here, good if it goes, and that would have been much needed if it did, but does not go. And a rough first half for the Jayhawks. A better second quarter, not going to lie, better second quarter, but Gonzaga still looking pretty darn strong here in this first half. Let's take a look at the first half highlights, which primarily, you got to say is mostly all Gonzaga. However, there were a few moments in this game where Kansas looked good, especially in that 12-2 run they went on in that second quarter. So Jayhawks just got to keep fighting and maybe work the ball inside to a fool, try to get Gonzaga's bigs in foul trouble, but 5 big turnovers on 5. Those 5 steals being huge in that first half. We'll see if Kansas has any fight left in them. It's the SBA. We're right back. Second half coming your way. All right, we are back. Second half. Let's take a look at the leading scorer at the halftime. I'm going to go out on a limb. I was going to say Chris Cross is my guy. Actually, Gene Bernard. Yep, Gene Bernard. Sorry. Bernard. He's got 14, 6 boards and a block. He's been a walking bucket here. KU going to start out with the ball here in the second half. Good kick out to the outside. Ace Lord wide open. Bang! And a much needed 3 to start the second half. Cross. Good job there. Panda. That guy don't miss. Oh, I wish he had a different number. 66. You got to talk to him about his number, C-Web. That 66 is limo. Kansas is going to get the ball back. And another INT, this time off the inbounds play. Bernard kicks it outside the Walker. Can't get it to go. Good defense by KU as they work the ball up to Seth Starr. Seth Starr, Panda on him. Wisely kicks it out. Not the guy you want to have to deal with. A fool. Mario Lemieux, absolutely greatest. One of the probably second greatest of all time next to Wayne Gretzky. But basketball? I don't know. Fadeaway jumper. Thrash Panda. It's good. Well, trying to work his way around 2 defenders. Tough bucket again. Everything being contested. Timeout on the court, 52-28. KU has just dug themselves such a big hole. And they're gonna really need to dig deep. Cross for 3, no good. Lord up with the rebound. Richard to Cookie. Cookie got Fool wide open, gets it to him and lays it up and in. Again, there's been moments that Kansas has looked decent. But Gonzaga has just been downright nasty in this game. Cross going to come off the screen, fires up the 3. A late hand. You know what? That's actually not a bad foul by Ace Lord. Would have been great if Kansas came down with the rebound, but put Panda to the line and shoot 2 here. Panda on the season has not missed a free throw. Hits the first. So, hot shooting from the free throw line continues. Not a lot of guys getting open here. Ace Lord and then Panda with the help defense at the last second. The Gonzaga they're closing out so quickly, and the bigs internally are the ones doing it and helping. So kudos to the Gonzaga defense. A lot of ball movement around the outside here. Cross for 3, no good. Panda though there for the rebound. Nobody boxing it out. 66. Like I said, every time you think Kansas is going to start to creep back in this one, Gonzaga has had an answer. Now Star, bound past to Lord. There's the matchup that Kansas wants. Lord, jumper baseline no good. Probably should have taken him to the rim. Panda again in a bad foul by a Fool. As he goes to the ground and slams the court. He does not like the call, and it's just been that kind of night for the Jayhawks as they're about to potentially be doubled up here, or at least close to being doubled up. Time out on the court. Yeah, we've had 2 good games tonight. Unfortunately, I actually thought this was going to be a pretty tight matchup, but Kansas has not showed up. Maybe a little jet lag or something. I don't know. But yeah, 2 blowout losses certainly going to hurt. That Walker for 3, no good. Rims in and out. Glass, who's usually Cheeks, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Hasn't hit a free throw yet this season. There's his first. It's interesting, you know, Jackson just mentioned Gonzaga has a lot of tall bigs. They do. The interesting thing that I'm curious about is you're seeing a little bit of a transition right now from the big, you know, the Yao Ming, the Shaq arcs. You're starting to see a little bit of a transition to more of the stretch. What I'm curious is that when we get to postseason, excuse me for the yawn, How is that going to all shake out? Are the big guys? There's a foul. You're going to see those 7. Are they going to be too slow? Are they going to get dragged out from beyond the arc to guard the other 7? That's that inside out center. You know, the thing about the CSBA is it can become a copycat league. We've seen that. Obviously, this year's a little bit different because obviously no 08 Rockets book, so you can't keep spamming the same plays. Certainly, certainly versatility is important. Is Glass not able to hit the 3? So be curious to see if those adjustments, as Charles makes a nice shot there, if those adjustments pay dividends later on. I know Michigan, and I said this to Blackball when they made the arc change. I said I'm a little surprised as Essence counted in a 1 and another ill-advised foul for Kansas. But I said this to Blackball when when King Rames changed his archetype to an inside out. They have no interior center on their team. Now they won tonight. I know they won tonight. I saw the score against Kentucky. But yeah, I mean, well, I was a little surprised. Not gonna lie, his 3-ball from the corner is no good. But maybe this is the time as Glass gonna get his first points of the game. Might be his second actually. But maybe this is where you start to see a change. Unfortunately for Kansas, they only have 2 7-footers in this game. Nice dish off there to Lamar. Shackton a fool and Dallas Walker. I mean, you got 2 7'6" players that they got to guard, and even Miguel Voorhees is. I mean, he's 6'10", so at least it makes it more of a fair matchup. But Voorhees playing the power forward slot tonight. Yamamoto from 2, no good. Benedict stripped by Yamamoto. Kicks it out to Glass for 3, no good. Yeah, Coco, I mean, I'm just speculating. I don't know. You know me, when I'm solo, I'm looking for things to talk about. Benedict going to go uncontested. But I will say that's the route Michigan's going in. Will that come back to haunt them? I don't know. I said to the Black Ball I thought it might, but what do I know? I watch, I see, I learn. Cohen, no good, rimmed out. Benedict, again, Gonzaga does a great job. Shot no good. Walker there for the offensive rebound and put back. But again, I don't know if that's just a flash in the pan or everybody does things differently here. The CSBA as Ray Cohen hits that one. But if you're trying to run a very shoot style offense, everybody says, "Oh, defense. The defense doesn't help." 3-pointer by Charles, bang. So another good quarter for Kansas offensively. Defense a little bit locking. It'd be interesting to see how it all turns out. I'm curious to see how far Michigan can go with that lineup, but we'll have to wait and see. Get those 4s up in stream chat. Third place looking like it's going to go to Gonzaga, but we still got a whole nother quarter to play. Watch the CSB on Twitch. All right, welcome back. I mean, if you take the first quarter out of the equation, I bet you Kansas's numbers are probably right there. I mean, what was it, 31-5 in the first quarter? So since the first quarter, Gonzaga has only scored 33 points, and Kansas, 3-ball by Cross, of course he nits a 3 right at the beginning. Kansas had 5, so they scored 40. So yeah, Kansas has certainly been right there with them other than that first quarter. Offensively, anyway. Walker loses the handle. Bernard comes away with it. And now Gonzaga back on that killer instinct style of play. As Gene Bernard throws that one. He's got 16 now. Walker. Now to Benedict. Pull up jumper, rims out. Now Kansas has gone cold again. Crisscross, gonna make you want to jump. And just like that, what was almost a 20-point game now back up to 30. So but again, since the first quarter, since the second quarter, it's been a tight game. Just unfortunately, it's that 31-5 run for Gonzaga, at least for Kansas anyway. It's foul, counting the 1. But some nights you are the windshield, some nights you are the bug. I just feel bad for Kansas as this is going to be 2 games in a row that have lost by significant digits. Is Cookie going to get laid up and in? Vengeance, I wouldn't doubt it. It's probably right up there. I have to check. I have to check the record books, but I know it's up there. But it's probably. I feel like we had Michigan 31-3. So there you go. They were flirting with it. I know C-Web's looking at the. I don't think the Sim gods are hating Kansas. I just think they're not playing the way they were playing last year. And a few wrinkles probably wouldn't hurt the Kansas flow to their offense. But if you take away the first quarter of this game, again, what was it? You'd have 46 for Gonzaga. You'd have 45 for Kansas at this given moment in the game. If you just took away the first quarter. Yeah, kind of like I'm going to change the settings for your game so Georgetown wins. I don't ever change the settings. Ever. I don't really care who wins. I don't care who loses. I don't even care if you beat Georgetown, honestly, Vengeance. I just want everybody to have a good time. I bust your chops, but in all sincerity, I don't really care who wins. Lord in the low post. Imagine you could even do that during a live stream. That'd be funny. McNasty throws it down. Actually, I blame C-Web. He was pressing the change the settings button from Canada on my PC remotely. Panda gets fouled. C-Web, it's your fault. You press the settings change. Essence in the game. Yeah, the Twin Towers right now. Essence activated, so he does not go out. So now they got faced the Twin Towers. Lord, a little weird shot there. Gets it to go. .27 lead. Cross. Fadeaway baseline jumper is good, and when it rains, it pours. And trust me, I know about rain in the last 24 hours. Long Island got 2 inches an hour for like 6 hours, 7 hours. So I was up till 4:30 in the morning last night with the shop vac in my basement sucking up water so that we didn't get flooded throughout the entire basement. Otherwise, I would have had like 6-7 inches of rain in my basement. Yeah, house okay, Coco. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you, Coco, did you see it? I mean, I don't know if you watch News 12. I know you're in Long Island, so you're in Long Beach. Okay. My house is okay. My backyard today got flooded a little bit, but I mean, it rained crazy. I don't know if you saw the news at all, but my area got hit. You know the area in Stony Brook, Coco, where it has the duck ponds and everything like that? That whole area, apparently, like the bridge collapsed. Yeah, the bridge collapsed, and like, or the ground collapsed or whatever, and like, yeah, like, they said they said it hasn't rained like that since like. This area hasn't seen rain since 1910 with that kind of rain. It's insane. But yeah, they said turtles, fish, all kinds of... Yeah, it's really bad. I mean, it's not good. But yeah, if I didn't do what I did last night, I probably would have had to pay probably over $1,000 to have my basement pumped and like sprayed for mold and all that stuff. So thankful that it didn't. That me and my wife and I were both there doing it till 4:30 in the morning. So we were just. I must have dumped probably 25 mini shop vacs out. Not to mention many buckets of water that was. I mean, it was coming through the furnace pipes. There was nothing I could use. So, like, where those metal pipes kind of, like, come together and are screwed in together, it finds its way through the seams, and it was just, like, pouring down. It was bad. Cross knocks that one down. But I'm thankful we're good. Today it rained again. Had 2 big storms come through again today. In my area again. I actually had to have the shop vac, but only 2 or 3 that I had to deal with emptying, so it wasn't as bad. Yeah, I gotta get someone to come and look at it. I'm not happy. Gotta figure it out. I think they just did a terrible job installing, and then I have some of my basement that needs to just some of my backyard that needs to be pitched away from the house. So Panda, things are going right for him. We can't get the fadeaway to go. Oh, and another INT. This time Glass picks it off. Seth Starr gives that one. I wouldn't think you'd get much rain in the desert, Bench. Does it even rain in the desert? I don't even know. Good defense in that possession there. Fortunately, it was the last minute of the game. Star for 2. That's good. So it looks like Gonzaga going to run the clock out here. What's up? I don't know what that is. Congratulations to Gonzaga. Running this one wire to wire. Kansas never led in this game, and the first quarter was just a rough go, and dust storms. Got it. I didn't know what that was. Okay. Never heard that term. That's why I was asking. Congratulations. Those Zags win this one in a big way by 24. Let's take a look at the team comparison. I'm going to guess they only shot 53%, but 14 points off of 11 turnovers. I knew the turnovers were bad, so you take that away, it makes it a 73-63 game. It's a little bit more respectable, but 11 turnovers for Kansas in this game is just brutal. You look at the numbers across the board, maybe more chances to the free throw line than Kansas had. Points in the paint was pretty close. Fast break points, obviously 10 more for Gonzaga. I mean, the numbers don't jump off the page in a huge disparity, but like if you look at second half, Kansas 39-39, right? 1 point difference there, 1 point difference there. Second quarter, Kansas actually bit. Second quarter, Kansas actually won the quarter. So if you think about it, they won 2 of the last 3 quarters and tied one of them, right? And then you go to the first quarter and then you just want to cry because like that's just hard. 4 turnovers, 8 points, 78% to 14%. I mean, Gonzaga came out like ready from the go defensively. Let's take a look at the box score. On the losing side, Xavier Cookie, 4 of 8, 9 points, 6 assists. A lot of turnovers for the top 3 here. Benedict finishing with 9, 3 assists, 2 boards on 4 of 8. McNasty, 8 points, a rebound, a block on 3 of 4, 2 of 3 from downtown. Ace Lord, probably a game he'd like to forget. 3 of 11, 7.6 boards, a shacked and a fool. Also probably not a game that he would love to remember here as 7.0. Did still have 7 and 8 with a block, 3 of 6, but certainly facing the likes of Thrash Panda and Evanescence did not bode well for him. 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists for Bradley Charles. Mike Rowe Richards, 6 points, a rebound, 2 assists on 2 of 4. Seth Starr, 4 points and assists, did have 3 turnovers. Rough go for him in his first, I believe what was his first career start, 1 of 2. Dallas Walker, 4 points, 5 rebounds, assists, 2 blocks, 2 of 5. And Kendrick Lamar, the second, 2 points, 3 boards on 1 of 2 shooting. Let's go over to the Zags. Chris Cross, 6 of 15. A lot of volume for Chris Cross. I think he probably would like to have some of those shots that he had back, but not necessarily efficient, but ends up being the leading scorer, 17 points, a rebound, assist, a steal. Gene Bernard, that's pretty close to a triple. 16 and 10, 5 dimes, a steal, a block, 7 of 7. What a great game. PRF of 28, plus minus a 32. Solid game from him. Thrash Panda, perfect from the free throw line. 5 of 9 for 15, 7 boards, 2 blocks, a steal. Ranger Glass, another not a horrible night, but not a great night shooting either. Certainly a lot of his misses coming from beyond the arc. 11 points, assist, a steal off the bench. Josh Tournette, 10 points, 2 assists, 2 steals. So how many is that? 5 players in double figures. Cohen finishing with 7 on 3 of 7 shooting. Evanescence, 7 points, 4 boards, assists, 2 steals, 2 of 2 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Solid job off the bench from him. Miguel Voorhees, 2 points, 5 boards, a steal, a block on 1 of 2. Kyle Yamamoto, 2 points, assists, 2 steals, 1 of shot, 5. Didn't shoot the ball overly well. Mackenzie Walker, 6 assists, only put up 1 shot, did have 2 rebounds. Plus 35 for Mr. Mackenzie Walker, PRF of 13. So that is going to wrap us up here. Congratulations, Gonzaga. They win this one. I'd ask my partner, but I don't have a partner, if he had any closing thoughts. So I'll ask myself, any closing thoughts? Yeah, hey, good job, Gonzaga. Nice job, though. Gonzaga's going to be a tough team, so appreciate you all tuning in for this one. Got some good games on the slate tomorrow night. You're going to want to tune in for those. We had 2 out of 3 of tonight were pretty good. I mean, not knocking Gonzaga. They actually had a decent game. Washington, Richmond, Texas Tech, North Carolina, and then Arizona State, Georgetown. Tomorrow's a little bit of a wonky schedule just because of streamer coverage. 7 o'clock for the first game, 9 and 10. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's back to normal. But Washington, Richmond, Texas Tech, North Carolina, and Arizona State, Georgetown for the NIT championship game. So make sure you tune in for that. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Everybody have a fantastic evening. And Kansas, keep your heads up. You guys will